when it first started happening for me, it was 2011, and I went to doctors for that because I was having something happened with me that I didn't know what it was. I went to doctors. Doctors gave me pills. Doctors told me there was nothing wrong with me, or they couldn't find what was wrong with me, you know. But they gave me a massive amount of drugs. It didn't help. And the next time it started happening, I started paying attention, and then I wrote this article here. So the symptoms vary from very simple to really more metaphysical. And because I am metaphysically inclined, I'm going to give you all of it. Weird food cravings, weird sleep patterns. Food cravings is like wanting something that you really never eat. As a matter of fact, like never really enjoyed, and all of a sudden you want just that. That's your body is asking for support. Your body is asking for the chemicals that are in that food that are actually going to support your adjustment, because the upgrade symptoms, we call them upgrade symptoms, right? The upgrade symptoms are just your physical form trying to adjust to the energies that are coming in cosmically, and also from mass consciousness, from people who are awakened already. And so your physical form is trying to cope with those adjustments, and there is a lot to be said about DNA upgrades and all of that, but let's just cover the symptoms. So sleep patterns change. Sleep patterns, sometimes people tell me, oh, I always used to wake up early and go to bed early, now I'm up all night, or the other way around. Or all of a sudden you're exceptionally tired and there's nothing you can do in the middle of the day, you just need to take a nap. And if that's happening in correlation with the cosmic events, then it's very possible that those are just symptoms of your body adjusting to the energies that are happening. Headaches and dizziness. Dizziness is my main symptoms for me personally, meaning when you really spin. Sometimes I would wake up in the middle of the night and get, because the head spins are so strong that it almost feels like you're going to be really physically sick. But those are just symptoms. Because I've observed that since 2011, that they just come in waves and it lasts for a couple of weeks and then it goes away. So the headaches, strange like swirling sensations in your solar plexus or around your head and the third eye area, or the crown of the head. It depends on where you are, where your energy is focused. Sometimes you might get abdominal, lower abdomen pains that are not related to anything. Just in the middle of the night you wake up and feel it, or muscle pains. And it's all just body adjusting itself. Then heightened sensitivity and awareness to things that are out of integrity, for example. All of a sudden you just can feel when people say something that is out of integrity, or when they're lying to you, or when someone is trying to make something happen in the ways of the old energy by forcing things that are not supposed to be. And so you really feel that, and it hurts. That's your awareness. That's your heightened awareness right there. And also senses get amplified. All of a sudden things don't taste the same, or they taste exceptionally good. Oh my God, I just ate that, and like I've never ever had that before. Or the sense of smell, because we're not perceiving reality through really our organs, eyes, nose. The brain feels in reality. The brain interacts with the heart interacts with the field. We're receiving information that is from mass consciousness, from outside of ourselves, and it seems like the smell, but it's actually a frequency of that thing that you're smelling, that you're able to now perceive, because during the upgrade times your senses are amplified as well. And if you are successful in your upgrades, then it stays You actually become aware of that state, of everything around you, and maintain that awareness. How many of you have seen that movie, Lucy? Right. When she's at 20%, when she's looking at the tree and she can feel the tree and she can hear everything around her, she can feel how people feel. Yeah, so that's reality. It's not a film. I mean, it is a film, but it's reality. This is what starts happening. Then there's a variety of metaphysical symptoms, such as like you hear sounds, or you feel like a hum in your head, or the high-pitched sounds. So sometimes when your eyes are closed, you see as if there are flashes of energy, and something is happening at that time as well. Then being out of focus when you are in motion, especially. Sometimes do you ever get this feeling that you're driving and like as if you're watching a movie, really? You know, as if everything is just passing you, but you're just sitting there holding that wheel, and just that sense of disconnectedness from reality. That is also one of the symptoms of your body adjusting to new frequencies. Loss of sense of time. That's very common too. I used to have an inner clock built in. I used to do the corporate events. I never had a watch because I had that built-in clock. Now I don't even barely remember which month it is, so, which year, which planet we're on. Yeah, but that's that just happens. But the loss of that inner clock, that's very common, and it's okay. You know, forgetting things. Why are we forgetting things? We're shifting what's called timelines, but considering there is no time, so we are just shifting between potentials, between possibilities in the field, in the quantum field. And that's why you put something down and you look and it's not there. Wow, I just clearly remember that I just put my car keys in this spot. But if you come out of that state that they're lost, and you come back a couple minutes later, they're going to be there again. And how did that happen? So those are the shifts of our consciousness, of our awareness, that are happening all the time between what used to be called timelines, but now I suggest we call it potentials, because time does not exist. We covered instant manifesting a little bit too, because when you are in that heightened state of awareness, when you're in that state of blissfulness, when you are perceiving reality from a whole different perspective outside of your left brain, then your thoughts, your words manifest into reality really fast and easy. And you also observe synchronicities. What are synchronicities? Synchronicities are just becoming aware of your own experiences in parallel realities, if I might say so, if I may say so. It's just becoming aware of your experiences in parallel potentials. That's your synchronicities right there. It's as simple as déjà vus. Oh my God, it feels like that already happened before. Well, it did. It's actually happening right now, somewhere else, right next to you. And when your filters are off and you had that blissful meditation, you open up your centers, your higher centers are receiving information, the heart is communicating with the source, all of a sudden you see yourself in various potentials. And that's all it is. There's no, we can demystify that whole thing about different parallel realities and parallel experiences, the paranormal experiences. It's all normal. That's the new paradigm. We're moving into understanding that all of what we were taught and trained and conditioned to believe as being abnormal or paranormal, that all of it is actually normal for a human being. And so what are the upgrade systems, symptoms, and what are they for? And the upgrade is so that we can perceive reality differently as a collective, as the population on Earth. on a planet that's going through ascension process. We have to keep up with it. And every awakened person does not have to do anything else except maintain their own state of awareness and awakenedness. And the ripple effect is massive, massive. And so what do I do as a light worker? I want to heal. I want to, you know what? Yes, you can. And it's beautiful if you want to, but you can just show up and sit in a room full of people and just be that being, be that energy without judgment, without trying to correct them, without trying to help them when they're not asking for help. Just represent in that state of being, and they will feel it. They will feel it, and they will go home, and something will shift. Or you can share your story, and everyone will say, "Oh my God, you're absolutely insane," but that would go into their minds, and their minds will accept that as a potential, even if they're consciously not aware of it, and the next thing you know, that's a little door that opened up for an upgrade, for a little step closer to that reality. This is where we're going.